dominated by Capophycus. It was actually on it less than expected, particularly for larger urchins. This might mean the overall field consumption rate is less than we're seeing in the lab because urchins weren't necessarily on what they were supposed to be eating. Also, in the lab, they are shown not to prefer crustose coralline algae. In the field, they're eating this more than about 50% of the time when looked at directly. However, this was only done on 2 of the monitoring dates. Urchins have been shown to eat crustose coralline algae in other studies as a supplement to their diet or when their preferred macroalgae is unavailable. But this observation in particularly calls into question if increasing the numbers of Tripneustes gratilla that we're looking at, the supersucker, will have as little effect on reef infrastructure as had been previously reported. Lastly, I really wanted to draw this back to addressing the goal of this study. So, to aid in determining those optimum stocking densities of urchins in the field. Over the 3 months of this study, 25% of urchins were lost from the target area. Now that can either be great, 75% are there, or, ooh, goodness, 25% are not. This was due to immigration down the slope and dispersion. Suggestions for this are certainly to increase the stocking density above 2 urchins per meter squared, and I didn't put a suggested stocking density here because it really depends on how large the reef is and how frequently you want to go back and perhaps do some manual urchin roundups. As a summary a bit, with this beautiful photo, there's of what the urchins are actually doing out there. The sea urchin hatchery and the Hawaii supersucker are on Facebook, and you too can follow the trials and tribulations of the supersucker Tripneustes saga. With very frequent updates, I might add. So thank you all for being here again. I'd like to thank my committee, Cindy Hunter, Celia Smith, and Les Watling. The collection of data could not have been done without a number of undergraduate helpers, and Toby, who was a grad student who helped me wrangle them. Eric Conklin helped a lot with experimental design. HIMB in the departments of botany and zoology, and biology and zoology, helped with faculty and facilities and equipment. The funding was a Harold Castle Foundation grant that funded me for the semester that I did this, and many people for their time, energy, and friendship, and many more that I didn't. So, any questions?